Today we're going to look at what modes are and how to use them in your music, using this handy cheat sheet from iVideo Songs as a guide. Hi, I'm Sally Gates. I've been teaching, performing and composing for many years. This cheat sheet is a great, easy to use chart that shows you all the modes on the piano. You can find them at Amazon by clicking the link in the description below. First off, let's look at what a mode is. You might have already watched our video on piano scales and are wondering what the difference is. Modes function as scales do, but they allow you to move through chord progressions while staying in key. They also offer you greater versatility and tonal possibilities within your songwriting, improvising, and soloing. You're probably familiar with C major. We start at the root note of C and use the pattern of whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. So that gives us the major scale. But if we start from the second note, we get a whole new pattern of whole, half, whole, half, whole. And this is known as Dorian mode. As you'll see on this chart, there's 7 different modes derived in the same way. So we have Ionian, which starts from the root, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, Locrian, and then back to Ionian. C major is the easiest key to start learning these in, because all you need to do is play on the white keys. You don't need to think about any sharps or flats at this point. So, a mode that you might already be familiar with is Aeolian, otherwise known as the minor scale. See how if we start playing from A, but stay in C major, we're creating this whole new pattern of whole, half, half, whole. So getting back to the chart, we have an easy to use formula column on the back, which shows you the pattern for each mode. The notes are labeled 1 through 7, which is based off the major scale, and it will show you which one needs to be flattened or sharpened. For example, the Mixolydian scale has all the notes of the major scale except for a flat 7. The Mixolydian scale is built from the 5th note of the parent scale. And again, we're using C major as an example, but you can create modes using any scale and starting from different points on it. So looking at our formula column, if we wanted to play G Mixolydian, we would start from G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, because your major 7 would be here, flat 7, and back to the root. So notice how we're still staying on all the white keys, because G is the 5th note of C major. So G Mixolydian is still playing through C major. You can use this chart to easily look up any mode in every key. And if you memorize the formula for each, you can work them out for yourself. So you're probably wondering how these modes function and work in real life. Well, if you want to write a melody or solo over some chord changes, the modes will help you accurately outline the harmonic progression and move smoothly through these changes. For example, going back to our 1, 4, 5, if we were in C major, like C, F, G would be the triads, maybe your left hand is playing. So when we get to the 4 chord though, even though this is an F major triad, we're not actually playing in the key of F major. We want to stay in C. So you can use your Lydian mode, because remember F is our 4th note in the key of C, so we can use our Lydian mode there to solo over it. And then Mixolydian, G when we get to the 5th. And then back to our 1. A song that you might be familiar with that famously uses Dorian mode is So What by Miles Davis. Notice how we're still using the C major scale, but we're establishing a minor sounding tonal center around D. So this is a great way to practice on your own. If you pick a mode and see how it sounds over the corresponding chord. If you hear how much more fitting it is to play G Mixolydian over a G chord, rather than sticking to just, say, C major. Ionian, Lydian, and Mixolydian modes will sound best over major chords. Dorian, Phrygian, and Aeolian over minor, and Locrian typically over diminished. But you can try minor as well and just experiment, have fun, play through them, and see what sounds good to your ear, and see, you might be surprised by the tonal possibilities that crop up. And make sure you practice with both hands too. You want to be able to run through scales in your left and your right hand. So thanks for watching and happy practicing.